Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Well, this is the sound and the scene of tranquility. Guys, I'm back up in Western Maryland on the Savage River Reservoir. This is the scene of what was probably the most exceptional moment of my fishing career. I'll leave a link in the description below, but I titled a video recently, 1 in a Million Catch While Bass Fishing. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. It's absolutely incredible. It actually happened right about right here. I'm back up here for some smallmouth, inevitably some largemouth. This lake is loaded with all kinds of stuff from trout to walleye, panfish galore. But here's what I'm gonna do. I traveled about 2 hours, 20 minutes from my house to get up here into some clear water with some rocky banks to specifically target smallmouth on a placid, calm, insanely beautiful bluebird sky, high pressure unfortunately, but barely 80 degrees and no humidity. Water temps 76 degrees. I'm ecstatic to be up here. And even better, I got my Mr. Tackle Box Pro Box. We're gonna do an unboxing, we're gonna get fishing. Let me click this little trolling motor off because I'm about where I wanna be. Let's break this thing open and see what I got to play with and go from there. So here's the deal, what's inside? Booyah, Flex 2. Guys, I got myself a little square bill crankbait. Great pattern for up here because they absolutely destroy crayfish up on these rocky banks. So that's what I got to play with if I choose to throw a moving bait, but with this dead calm, crystal clear water, who knows, might not even throw a moving bait today, we'll see. I got myself something new. I've had a bunch of these. This is the Z-Man chatterbait bucktail. Never had one of those, but now I've got one in white, 3/8 of an ounce. Great bait out of Mr. Tackle Box Pro Box. Then going back in time, old school but awesome. Smallmouth will love to eat this. It's calm, it's cool, and it's collected. If I get some low light a little bit later, I might be throwing a jitterbug. I got what I need to throw it. That's just a great bait to have some of those smallmouth mountain reservoir bass come up and whack some on top. We've got ourselves a BioSpawn XO ribbon. We got ourselves a 7-inch worm, guys, in a great color. I don't know if I'm going to throw that, but if I do, it's probably going to be down on a Carolina rig. I might even throw something like that into some of the wood I see in the Shoreline, Texas rig, but we'll see. We'll play. And what do we have next, guys? We have a Big Bite Baits cane thumper. This might be thrown. I already see a lot of suspended bass, but there's a great looking swim bait, probably on another spin. Great natural color, Big Bite Baits. Got ourselves a swim bait. And what do we have in here? This is the one, guys. This is it. Z-Man TRD Craw Z. This is going on a Ned rig, folks. Ned rig, and I'm going to be throwing that probably on a drop shot. Again, I got a little craw pattern, just a greasy prawn, a really interesting color, but it's perfect for this clear water. So I'm excited about that. And as always, we got ourselves some terminal tackle. So we got a Mustad Ultralock light wired 5/0 hook. So if I wanted to play with that worm, I've got something to play with. So guys, let's get fishing. I'm ecstatic to be here. I know there's some great smallmouth in here. I'll probably pluck off a couple largemouth, like I said. So let's get fishing. All right, guys, I am getting 2 of these baits out of the box because, like I said, one is going on a drop shot and one is definitely going on a Ned rig. So I'm gonna get those 2 set up and we're gonna drop down deep. I'm presuming I'm gonna find some of these fish anywhere from 10 to 20 feet of water, maybe deeper. So let's go ahead and get these set up. All right, tell me that's not a little smallmouth murderer right there. I got myself the TRD Crawl Z on a little 1/16 ounce. That's actually the Shroom's Head. That's actually the Z-Man Shroom's Head with the weedless idea. So that's just a killer deal. Looks pretty straight to me. Let's see if we can get that down there. Doesn't get much easier than this. I do like to put my drop shots in a little bit different than some. I'm going to go in just underneath what would be the chin of a normal bait, but this is the butt of a craw. So I'm going to come out just dead center. I'm going to keep that parallel to the shank of the hook, give that all kinds of action. There's my little drop shot. Starting off with 1/8 of an ounce. I got 6-pound test fluorocarbon. And each one of these rods, guys, each one of these setups are my drop shot special by Luz. So this is just an absolutely killer rod for all kinds of finesse fishing. 6'10", medium light, extra fast action rod. And I've got 8-pound test Power Pro braid, just original braid on the drop shot setup. And I got 10-pound test Power Pro on the Ned rig with a 6-pound test leader as well. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these out there and get them going. Oh boy, guys, we are hooked up. That was only a couple minutes. I know it's a nice fish too, and he's spitting up stuff. And it looks like a nice smallmouth, guys. I've literally been here 5 minutes. Awesome, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Look at that, guys. Hook comes right out. I cannot be happier. Isn't that absolutely awesome? Okay, first one. I'm gonna stick with that color because it's obviously working. Back it goes. All right, guys, there we go. Number 2. Is that a smallie? Ooh, it's a largemouth. Guys, back to back. I shouldn't say back to back. It's a nice largemouth. Smallmouth, largemouth. It's like that up here, guys. It's like taking turns. Beautiful. Absolutely awesome. Check that out. And 3 casts later, I go from a smallie to largemouth. Absolutely killer. Dang, he is hooked very well. There we go. Got him out. Check that beautiful fish out. Isn't that incredible? Awesome. Okay, let's keep playing on this little shelf here. They're actually biting. With such a light, fine wired hook, I'm barely setting the hook on these fish, folks. If you all are new to drop shotting, and this is something you're just getting into or having some challenges with, you just can't set the hook. You just got to pull into it. It's got to be real deliberate. You know, get a little snap maybe, but pull. Don't yank, and you'll hook a lot more fish, and you'll break off a lot less fish too, for sure. Be sure your drag's set right. Like I said, a good rod like this Drop Shot Special, medium light, extra fast action is perfect for drop shotting and Ned rigging, and you should be good to go. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm sitting in 52 feet of water right here. 52 feet of water. I actually just opened up my bail and let this thing get down there, and I got myself another, what looks like a smallie, I believe. Yep, another smallmouth. Unreal, guys. That's some deep water fishing right there in the late summer, early fall. I am happy to have him too. He's beautiful, guys. Check that beautiful fish out. Isn't that incredible? All right, let's get these fish back quick so we can get back down and get more. That's 3 for 3. There we go. All right, found myself a little bit of shade. Got myself out of the sun and got myself a dink. Another smallie though, guys. Smallie, largemouth, smallie. This one's a little one, guys, but we're catching them. It's absolutely awesome. This little Z-Man bait is killing it. All right, guys, I got myself a Ned rig fish on the same exact bait. It feels pretty small, but it's a change up. TRD Craw Z, doing it up on a drop shot and the Ned rig just the way I thought it would. So let's see if it's a smallie or a largemouth. And it's a little, oh my gosh, new species, guys. You're gonna catch all these all day long. A little rock bass, look at that. Big old mouth on him. Beautiful red eyes. Rock bass, cool, check it out. All right, thank you, TRD Craw Z's. Got me another species, so 3 species in. Let's see if we can find ourselves a big old smallie or largemouth of this. Oh my gosh, I was pulling it in, guys, and moving the boat, and something grabbed my Ned rig. Let's see what I got here. Felt like a pretty good bite. That's awesome. Pulling it in from the depth, something chased it up. It's a nice largemouth, guys. That is absolutely awesome. Halfway a moving bait, since the Ned rig was moving way up. These fish are probably just suspended right up against these rock walls, and that's where those largemouth usually are. So this is a nice one. Let's go ahead and do this. He's hooked really well. No worries on that, guys. Absolutely awesome. Would you look at that? Killer largemouth, guys. Smallies, largies all day long on the Savage River Reservoir. Isn't that cool? Ned rig. Got 2 now. All right, guys. There we go. You're going to love this. I found out through that one fish that ate my little Ned rig. As I started moving my boat, I figured I'd get a moving bait bite on with these suspended largemouth, and I sure did. It's a nice one on the Big Bite Bait swim bait. Check that out, guys. Is that cool? Right out of the mystery tackle box on a 1/2 ounce underspin, right parallel to the bank and a steep rocky banks. And there we go. So we got something going on now. We've got 2 baits out of the mystery tackle box 3 different ways. So the TRD Craw Z on a drop shot, on a Ned rig, telling me that there's some suspended largemouth along with those deep smallmouth, and I just got it on my second cast on this beauty. Let me show you what this looks like. I cut off the head and shortened it a little bit. That's what we're dealing with there. Isn't that awesome? So let's go ahead and throw it back out there and see if we can find a few more suspended bass. Straight vertical, guys, straight vertical. And it's been a little while because I've been running around a little bit. Feels like a little decent fish. I actually changed up colors, guys. I'm back in the sunshine, and I did really well with some of the, oh, nice little largemouth. Did well with some of the baits out of the mystery tackle box, but I decided to get that famous morning dawn color going on. And another Z-Man, the TRZ, what do they call this thing? The trick shots. So this is the little morning dawn deal. Let me spin this boat around because I think the sun is in your eyes. This is the Trick Shots Twilight color. That's that beautiful little morning dawn effect. And this perfect little drop shot bait by Z-Man. And got myself another little largemouth. Okay, so let's just keep fishing. Let's do what we got to do to catch them. And this obviously did the trick. Oh, that's a better fish. Wow, that's a much better fish, guys. Back-to-back casts right here. Let's see what we got. That's a nice largie. Awesome. 30 feet of water, guys. 30 feet of water. Unbelievable. Right off this shelf. And it's a good one. It's the biggest fish of the day right here. Awesome. Good job. That's a good job. Little trick shots. I love you. That's so cool. Let's get this out. Give me a sec. That's how well he's hooked. I'm going to start having to get those little pliers out for these guys. Awesome. Great bass. There we go. Another vertical fish. Let's see. Oh, another nice one down deep. This one's even deeper, guys. I think it was pushing 40 feet on this one right on this shelf. Oh, it's a nice smallmouth. Awesome largies and smallmouth right literally in the same spot. Too cool. Yep, that trick shot's doing it. This fish is smaller than that largemouth, but fighting even harder, just like a smallmouth would. Come here. Awesome. Guys, it's been an awesome day. This is why I come up here, just to get away from it all and to pluck off these beautiful fish. There it goes. Another smallie. There we go. All right, back in some shade, folks. Got myself another one here, a little one, I believe, and it is a big old rock bass. A big old rock bass. That's the second one of the day. There he is, big old rock bass. All right, I am chucking a Carolina rig across this rocky point in sight of the boat ramp. If I can even call it a boat ramp, it's pretty much a rocky, muddy bank over there, but a great day on the Savage River Reservoir. It always is. It's absolutely incredible up here. A bunch of smallmouth, some chunky largemouth, and even a couple rock bass to throw into the mix. Pretty cool. So let's see if we can get ourselves a sign out fish. If not, I'm a happy man. But also remember, the mystery tackle box. If you haven't checked it out, go hit up mysterytacklebox.com, use the link below and use my code YTFV, short for YouTube Fishing Vids. Get the first box of your new subscription for as low as $5. I'm getting a couple taps here. Let's see if I can land one more before we call it. Otherwise, we're gonna get out of here shortly. Oh, and I get him, and I get him, and I get him. That's so awesome to get a last-minute fish on a Carolina rig, and it's a pretty good one. Oh, I hope it's a smallmouth. I don't know. I don't think I've ever, oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever caught a smallmouth on a Carolina rig, and it's a nice one. Guys, that is absolutely killer to get a nice smallie on a rocky point in sight of the boat ramp. Yeah, like I said, it ain't a boat ramp. It's just a funky little crazy, rough and tumbled rocky bank over there for this boat to get up. I'm just speechless. That's a beautiful little bronzeback. Isn't that amazing? So guys, we're all hooked up. Savage River Reservoir, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite places to fish nowadays. So folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.